Hello, everyone. My name is Uncle Alex.
And I'm Taylor.
And this is Uncle and Taylor Productions, where we review movies and whatever it is we feel like reviewing. Today, what are we reviewing, Taylor?
Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, Avengers Infinity War, the new Marvel Cinematic Universe film that I have seen
7 times.
7 times. Yeah, I've seen it a lot. So, Taylor, what do you think of it? The most recent time that I got to see it, I got to take my niece to see it, and yeah, it was a good time. So, what do you think, Taylor?
I thought it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And it was really sad.
So talk about it. Tell me what some of your favorite characters, your favorite spoilers. Also, whole review. I don't want to get into a spoiler section and a non-spoiler section. So just spoilers for this review. So tell me about the movie, Taylor. What do you think?
I liked it a lot. But it was really sad.
Like the ending was sad?
Yes, the ending was really sad.
So, for those who've seen it or don't care about spoilers, it ends with the bad guy winning, essentially. He gets all the Infinity Stones, and he snaps his finger.
And half the universe dies.
And half of all the sentient creatures in the universe die. I mean, it doesn't even say sentient, just half of all life goes away. I don't know how that works for plants or trees or things of that nature, but yeah, we see a lot of our heroes dissipate into nothingness.
Yeah, Spider-Man dies, and also
he's like the last one who goes.
He is the last one that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I mean, if you don't include the post-credit sequence with Sam Jackson and Colby Smulders when they go, but before that, as the movie ends, yeah, I think Peter Parker is the last one to go.
Yeah, and then pretty much all of the Guardians of the Galaxy characters die except for Rocket.
All but Rocket. Ooh, okay. So I don't know if you knew this, but you know how Groot says everything he says is "I am Groot," right? Yeah. But it means different things. It's his language. Mm-hmm. When he's saying "I am Groot" and he's disappearing, and Rocket's like, "Groot, no." James Gunn, the writer and director for all the Guardians films, he confirmed that Groot's last words were "Dad." He was calling him Dad. It's really hard. It's really heartbreaking. It's terrible. It makes it worse.
So bad.
Yeah, now every time you see that scene, you're gonna think that. You're gonna be like, he's calling him his dad, and he's scared, and he's disappearing. Oh yeah. Well, okay. I feel like we're skipping the whole movie to talk about the very end of the movie. Let's talk about some of the other things, like the beginning of the movie. We meet Thanos, and he kills Loki and Heimdall, and he beats up Hulk, and that's all the cold open. It
opens with
fantastic cold open.
Yeah.
And Heimdall, his dying move, he sends the Hulk to Earth. It crashes through Doctor Strange's Emporium thing, and Bruce is there, and he crashes, and he's like, "He's coming. Thanos is coming." and Doctor Strange is like, "Who?" And then roll Avengers title sequence.
Yeah.
Awesome opening. I mean, I love cold openings. I love James Bond films, and this was just one of the best cold opens in cinematic history. I mean, it instantly made Thanos a fantastic villain. It's just like he killed the old villain of the first Avengers film. He killed Loki, snapped his freaking neck.
Right, yeah.
Awesome. I mean, for a villain, I like Loki a lot, and sad to see him go, but good. Really good.
Yeah.
Good sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. So from there, we meet Tony with Pepper, and he's talking about family, and then Doctor Strange comes, and we need help, and then blah, 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 blah. Peter Parker's there, and they have that big fight in New York. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What else stands out to you?
The barrier scene at, what is it called? With Black Panther and all of them.
Ooh, okay.
That scene.
Yeah.
It was really cool for me.
So when they're like, if they're going to just go around, we need to open the barrier so that they all funnel through this way so that we can at least fight them here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, back there, we can't protect Vision.
Yeah, and then also Vision and what was her name?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that scene on the train. What is it
so when they open the barrier,
Scotland.
I've seen it 7 times. I've seen it a lot. Yeah. But one scene that always kind of gets a little bit of a reaction from the crowd is when they open the barrier and they're all running to fight the monsters, and then Cap and Black Panther pull away from the group. It's just such a cool, those little moments, those little touches, I think are awesome. I loved that. That's a awesome moment. So, and I feel like as much as I love the movie, and I think they did a fantastic job balancing as many characters and story arcs as they could, I do, like, the more times I've seen it, I kind of wish Black Panther and Captain America had a little bit more to do.
Yeah, she's just like, it's just there to fight the people, so. What
do you think about Thor and that Thor whole storyline where he had to go get the hammer? Like, he runs into the Guardians of the Galaxy, then he goes get the hammer, and then he fights Thanos. Like, what do you think? That was good. Yeah. Huh. It was cool, too. Yeah. I liked it a lot.
It probably wasn't my favorite of all things. I think my favorite one was with Iron Man and Peter Parker and the
Doctor Strange
and the other Guardians characters.
So when they go to Titan and they meet up with the Guardians and they fight.
That was probably like the thing that stand out to me most.
Such a good.
And then also when what's her name dies.
Gamora?
Yeah.
Oh man, the first time I watched the movie. Okay, so Peter Quill tells Gamora that like she wants him to shoot her if she gets captured by Thanos because she knows something that Thanos doesn't about the Soul Stone, and it's just knowledge that she doesn't want him to have. So the scene where Peter has to shoot her, but he doesn't shoot her because Thanos doesn't let him, but he still tries to. Like, that got to me emotionally the first time because you really put yourself in Peter's shoes and you think about your loved ones and what you like if you had to do that. Like, it's a good moment. I think probably his best moment in the whole film, honestly, because it's not really a great movie for him. And then later in the movie when Thanos kills her in order to get the Soul Stone, that was really powerful as well.
Yeah.
Now, I have friends who are like on all sides of this. How do you want her to stay dead, or would you want her to come back in later Guardians films or in the next Avengers film or whatever?
I don't know.
I kind of don't know either. Like, I love her and her character, but I want there to be stakes, and I want like what happens in this movie to be relevant down the line, and I don't want things to just be backtracked. Yeah. You know, I'm sure we're gonna get Spider-Man and Black Panther. I'm sure a lot of those characters are coming back because there's just too much money in it, and sequels are already being made, and blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know. I like Gamora. So I'm kind of okay with either of those. I kind of hope Loki and Heimdall stay dead. But, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, what else about the movie stands out? Who's your very favorite Avenger?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's
a good choice. I don't know why. I mean,
you don't know why?
I don't know.
No idea why?
I have no idea why.
I mean, he's great. He actually becomes an Avenger in this movie. Remember when Tony's like, okay, kid, you're an Avenger. And the music swells, and he's just kind of like... That's another really good little moment, you know? Yeah. Like I was saying, like, I think this movie gets the little moments right.
And then, spoilers for Spider-Man Homecoming. In Spider-Man Homecoming, Tony asks Peter to be an Avenger, and he's like, no, thanks. And then...
That's true at the end of... Yeah, you're right.
And then he has to propose to his girlfriend because they're looking for some big news.
Oh, you mean Tony and Pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even know you'd seen Homecoming. I don't think we watched that one together.
No, we didn't. Brian has the TV.
Oh.
That's why.
It's a good movie. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming.
I haven't actually seen the whole thing. I've seen like the first and then the end.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. It's pretty good. I liked it. Okay, so anyway, for me, this movie, I've seen it 7 times. It's tied for the most that I've ever seen a movie in the movie theater.
The other one is Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Episode 7. Yeah. And I loved it. I've loved this movie. For a movie its length, and I've seen it 7 times now, it consistently moves really well. The story beats are really fast and concise, and it just moves at a great pace, and that's great. I really love it. I can't wait for the next one. And I stayed away from all the trailers, which I recommend. I think it was great. So what'd you think? If you had to rank it, 1 out of 10, what do you got?
9. It was good.
Yeah, you know what? In context of superhero films and like big budget spectacle movies, this might be one of the defining ones of my life, and I'm gonna give it a 10. I love this movie.
Wow.
Yeah, nice. I don't know if I've ever done that
9 and a half, probably, maybe.
I love it. So, I mean, look, like, I just love these characters, and I like almost forget that until I see them all interacting and how like fast paced. I love this movie, and I really have a lot of faith in the Russo brothers now. I mean, I have for a while, but anyway, love this movie. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it, everyone out there. Anyway, cool, good times. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah.
See Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.